Hey guys, hope you are doing well. So we started December, closed November in red, but the December we entered into green, so we turned to green and heading into the weekend. So some volatility can be expected as Bitcoin options expiry today, but hopefully some odds will pumping during the weekend. My name is Mike from CorionX, and we are bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems to keep you updated and educated about the evolution and the evolution of the money and evolution of the internet. So guys, smash those like, push the bell notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Smashing those like is helping out the YouTube algorithm, so appreciate all your likes. And let's go and check out our favorite bubble chart. I should state that nothing in this video can be considered as a financial or investment advice, so everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research and invest based on your research and your financial conditions. So guys, Bitcoin is just plus minus zero, but traded just below 17,000 US dollar. Ethereum is up 1%. So Binance coin is down a little bit. That was a hack on the Anchor protocol that Binance was affected. And we see few alts are correcting, but few pumping, like Luncy, Trust Wallet Coin, Hex, Chiliz, GMX, Mana, Rune. And guys, I told you several times that look on GMX because it's coming up as a leverage decentralized exchange. So let's go and check out our favorite indicator, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. I think we are at 27, so still in the free zone, getting closer to 30, but still hovering around 20, so investors are still fearful. Let's go and check out our first news. Bitcoin sees worst monthly close in 2 years as trader watch 16.7 thousand US dollar. And yeah, so this is actually the horizontal support for now. Bitcoin gains inch up as November end. So guys, let's get this. So Bitcoin is down 16% in this November, and November used to be a green month, just like October. So yeah, so we are plus minus zero in December, so not too much to consider, but definitely last year we entered also in November, and December we entered the bear market, so we are in the bear more than 1 year for now. And yes, so thus its monetary policy affects the economy and inflation with uncertain lags, and the full effects of our rapid tightening so far are yet to be felt. Thus it makes sense to moderate the pace of our rate increases as we approach the level of restraint that will be sufficient to bring inflation down. The time for moderating the pace of rate increases may come as soon as the December meeting. So everybody expecting after the FOMC meeting has been released that in December we get just 50 basis point rate hikes. Now it's not the time to go all in thinking this is the bottom on crypto. We have yet to see a macro higher high and higher low market structure trend change. Bull volume coming in, spot buys on the increase, complete corrective structure. So we are in the mid-range, and there is a supply zone between supply zones. Okay, 16,700, the bullish market structure should be held above that level, so we are still above, but you know, never know. Bitcoin miner outflow ratio hits 6 months high in new threat on BTC price. So guys, Bitcoin sellers face low BTC price volatility. Okay, and this is from Glassnode, Bitcoin seller exhaustion. So Bitcoin price and Bitcoin seller exhaustion just increasing, and this is the sign that they are selling. Bitcoin miners in pain. We are potentially entering into a double dip miner capitulation period, according to Will Clemente, and hash ribbons have just initiated a bearish cross. Historically, this has been a leading indicator of miner capitulation, so this is the bearish cross. Last time we had a bearish cross, it was June, and then was a huge drop, but this was also The Terra Luna collapsed that time, and now we are getting this cross, and we got this cross when the miners profitability is going under zero. Miner outflow multiply, so all miners 7-day moving average.
In today's show, we're going to be discussing
what's
Bitcoin
this going on here. So we see then miner outflow is increasing. So let's go and check out our next news. Top on-chain analyst Willy Woo says Bitcoin mirroring 2015 and 2018 bottom formation. Here is his forecast. Hope everything's okay with the recording. So it's that time in the cycles really that the accumulation does come in right. People buy the put a floor on the price, the volatility drops, and we saw that in the 2018 bottom, 2015 bottom, we even saw it in 2012 bottom. So yeah, sure, people are holding the price up because they want Bitcoin. It's being observed. What was really interesting with the BlockFi bankruptcy, we saw a sort of pullback. It went down beforehand. I kind of think that was inside sellers knowing that the announcement would happen. It went down $500 or something like that, and it got quickly absorbed, and then now we are breaking to the upside. So I think we have got a lot of buyers at this price. Certainly the indicators I have are showing when you see a lot of coins moving and the price going sideways, that's a surge sign of accumulation. So that's been happening. I'm tracking. That's a reason why it's going sideways. 12,000 wouldn't shock me. 10,000, I think everyone waiting, and so it usually doesn't happen when everyone wants. So 12,000 wouldn't shock me. 12 to 13, it may run away from here, or it may drop even further. These are very broad stroked indicators, but it's probably not bad time to dollar cost average in. Yes. Next piece of news is Mike Novogratz pulls 500,000 Bitcoin predictions as Fed rate hikes play spoiled sport. Powell found his powers. Okay. So Novogratz shifted his stance and told Bloomberg Television that Bitcoin would go up, but not in 5 years. The most significant change has been that of Fed Chair Jeremy Powell funding his central banking powers. He said inflation containment is why risk assets, including Bitcoin, have declined this year, according to Novogratz. And also we have something to do with FTX collapse. And yeah, so Galaxy has few acquisitions. So, but not in 5 years. So in 5 years or not in 5 years? Not in 5 years. Okay. Next, Bitcoin price volatility expected ahead of Friday's almost 430 million US dollar worth of BTC expiry. So bears place most of their bets below 16,500. So there we can expect some fight around 16,500 because we see that there are the bears puts and 40 million and some, and about 70 million some bull puts, 110 million and 160 million. Pending regulation and contagion risk have to raise investors' fear. So this is what the narrative to have some fear. Next, veteran investor Mark Mobius expect Bitcoin price to fall to 10,000 US dollar. So he said that crypto is here to stay, as there are several investors who still have faith in it. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. Before maybe his previous interview just was about that Bitcoin is not an investment asset. So Templeton Emerging Markets Group, where he managed more than 50 billion in emerging market portfolios. Okay, the next target for Bitcoin is 10,000, noting that cryptocurrencies are too dangerous for him to invest his own cash or his clients' money in. So too dangerous. Crypto is here to stay. There are several investors who still have faith in it. It's amazing how Bitcoin price have held up. Okay. So his target is 10,000. Yes, in May he advised investors against buying the dip, cautioning that the market still had some way to fall. Yes, he had right. In November last year, he said people should not look at cryptocurrencies as a means to invest, but as means to speculate and have fun. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Bitcoin went to 10,000. Okay, also the gold back Peter Schiff is in the 10,000 camp. Next piece of news is Ethereum primed for imminent move that could dictate its performance for the next year, says top analyst. The top analyst is Justin Bennett, and let's quote from him. This multi-year pattern will likely determine whether Ethereum outperforms or underperforms Bitcoin. So guys, sometimes look altcoins in the Bitcoin pair. So this is Ethereum in Bitcoin pairs, and we are going into the apex of this huge let's say 4-6 year triangle. A lot of upside for BTC if it can crack this level. I'm just waiting to see we get here Bitcoin. So he is watching out, and actually this resistance was broken to the upside. BNB has broken in 2018 trend line. So BNB broke down from this 2018 trend line. Not a good sign, but maybe this is just a temporary trend line, and I think this is what we have to look out for, and this is a two-week chart. Next, Brazil passes law to legalize crypto as a payment method. Guys, what a hell! Crypto adoption is unstoppable. Okay, what do we have here? The Chamber of Deputies of Brazil, a federal legislative body, has passed a regulatory framework that legalizes the use of cryptocurrencies as a payment method within the country. While this makes significant progress for crypto within Brazil, the law still requires the signature of the president of Brazil for it to be enacted. So, payment methods that are under the supervision of the country's central bank, and Bitcoin will be allowed. I'm not sure if crypto, apart from designating crypto as a payment method. So crypto as a payment method, law enables the creation of licenses for crypto exchange platforms and for custody and management of crypto by third parties. So they are granting some service rights. In addition to this, the law will require exchanges to make a clear distinction between company and user funds to avoid another incidents like FTX collapse. So guys, I hope they learned the lesson, and this is good. Next, another adoption news from Russia. Russia's Sberbank integrates MetaMask into its blockchain platform. Okay. So Russia's largest lender is moving into DeFi and Web3 by integrating its blockchain platform with the Ethereum blockchain. So cool to see that they are using Ethereum blockchain as a public permissionless blockchain. So they are developing its blockchain platform, integrating it with Ethereum blockchain. Okay. Projects between sparse blockchain and public blockchains. This would allow developers to move smart contracts and entire projects between Sparse blockchain and public Ethereum blockchain. Also, sparse additions also bring an integration with major software cryptocurrency wallet MetaMask, which is used to interact with the Ethereum blockchain. The integration allows users to make operations with tokens and smart contracts placed on the sparse blockchain platform to announcement nodes. So guys, this is huge. Maybe we can add sparse blockchain to our MetaMask. Sparse blockchain labs works closely with the external developers and partner companies, and I'm glad that our community will be able to run DeFi applications on sparse infrastructure. Yeah, guys, sounds pretty amazing. Okay, there is a Spark coin, stablecoin, and they launched in early 2021, and I think also it will, maybe it should also be on the Ethereum blockchain. Okay. At the same time, Putin's government doesn't allow its citizens to use crypto as payment, putting a blanket ban on payments with Bitcoin in early 2020. But we'll see. Next piece of news is Coinbase says Apple blocked its last app release on NFTs in wallet. So guys, what the hell is going on? I reached the article limit. So what is going on? So Apple thinks that Coinbase is taking gas for interacting with NFTs, and Apple thinks that this gas is a kind of profit that Coinbase gets. But guys, you know, this is not a profit. It's not a profit that Coinbase gets. This is the transaction fee that paid for the transactions, and Apple wants to get 30% from this, but they don't understand that this is not a fee that Coinbase applies, but this is a fee that applied and by the blockchain itself. So sad to see this, but I think this battle will ending. And also guys, Coinbase or Apple also wanted to ban Twitter app. So guys, Apple may be doing some things at the wrong side, but we'll see. Telegram will build new decentralized exchange and crypto wallet, according to founder Pavel Durov. The blockchain industry was built on the promise of decentralization, but ended up being concentrated in the hands of a few who began to abuse their power. As a result, a lot of people lost their money when FTX and other largest one of the largest exchanges went bankrupt. The solution is clear. Blockchain-based projects should go back to their roots, decentralization. Cryptocurrency users should switch to trustless transaction and self-hosted wallets that don't rely on any single third party. This week, Fragment will expand beyond usernames. Telegram's next step is to build a set of decentralized tools, including non-custodial wallets and decentralized exchanges for millions of people to securely trade and store cryptocurrencies. This way, we can fix the wrongs caused by excessive centralization, which let down hundreds of thousands of cryptocurrency users. I like this idea, and guys, let's see how Telegram will evolve this, but I like this. DEX token GMX rallies 35% after beating Uniswap on trading fees for the first time. The price of GMX rallied, and GMX established an intraday high of $54 in a recovery that started on November 28. So guys, in November I just bought at 25, and I think also I talked about GMX to you, but GMX also broke this upper trend line. GMX beats Uniswap in fees for this first time. So these are the fees, and GMX earned higher fees than Uniswap, and GMX is a decentralized leverage trading platform. I like it. Also available on Avalanche and Arbitrum. So if you are doing something to be eligible for Arbitrum airdrop, definitely use GMX. Moreover, GMX also benefited from the growing discounter against centralized exchanges like FTX. So GMX an obvious buy and hold during the bear market. Leverage trading becomes dominant during bear markets. FTX and Bybit grew a lot last time, expecting a similar story here. No big FDV overhang. GMX price technical still bearish. Okay, from a technical analysis perspective, GMX ongoing bull run risk exhaustion is the coming days because it reached its higher trend line in this channel, and also this is, if we are pulling up this Fibonacci extension, that we can expect to pull back. So at least maybe we will take some profits here. Next, GMX pair could drop to the current trend line support near 42, which coincides with the 50-day exponential moving average in the red wave and the 61.8 Fibonacci levels. So 60, okay, so this is the levels 61.8 and the 50-day moving average, the red line. Cool. Next piece of news is legal professionals astonished as SBF admits failures, apologize 12 times in interview. Okay, SBF is getting a light cross-examination at the New York Dealbook Summit and has made at least 3 incriminating statements so far. Clearly, I made a lot of mistakes or things I would give anything to be able to do over again. I'm deeply sorry about what happened. I was the CEO of FTX, and I say this again and again, that means I had a responsibility. That means that I was responsible ultimately for doing the right things, and we didn't, like we messed up big. The classic advice is don't stay anything, recede into a hole. Soft bad, it says community. Also, that was a Twitter space yesterday. You find it on my Twitter feed, and that was a little bit harsher conversation there. Next, ECB, the European Central Bank, says Bitcoin is artificially propped up, shouldn't be legitimized. So guys, I just smiling on this as also next, European Central Bank blast Bitcoin community response, and this is insane. Let's quote: the apparent stabilization of Bitcoin's value is likely to be an artificially induced last gasp before the crypto asset embarks on a road of irrelevance. The ECB looks at where Bitcoin stands amid widespread volatility in the crypto markets. Guys, these guys are working on central bank digital currencies. Don't be fooled. They are bashing Bitcoin because they are working on their CBDC, and this is why they are coming out with Ulrich Binzel with this Bitcoin last stand. I will just leave that here so everybody knows about the conflict of interest of CBDC and Bitcoin. Okay. Also, they banned Bitcoin that it used for non-legal and criminal things, but the vast majority of Bitcoin usage is for legal spending, for profit speculation and gambling, not illegal transactions. So there is no illegal transaction. There is more illegal transaction with your euro note. And also Bitcoin's last stand from Ulrich Binzel and Jürgen Schaaf. Amid the widespread fallout in crypto markets following the collapse of a major crypto exchange, the ECB bloc takes a look at where we stand with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is rarely used for legal transactions, just used for criminals. This is what they are stating. Bitcoin investors have the strongest incentives to keep the euphoria going. Regulation can be misunderstood as approval. The belief that space must be given an innovation at all costs stubbornly persists. So guys, Bitcoin has just a small inflation, even if volatile, but the Eurozone inflation reaching 10%, and energy is expected to have stood at annual of 35% in November compared with 41% in October. So energy prices in the European Union going up 40%. So guys, insane. NFT investors Animoca Brands to start $2 billion Metaverse fund report. The company will unveil the fund called Animoca Capital with plans to make its first investment next year. So guys, Metaverse and some narratives are not dead. So crypto is not dead, and look out, because new projects, new developments will just skyrocketing one day, even if we are in recession, even if stock market and sometimes crypto market is dropping, but we will find some narrative that are increasing. So the fund's focus will be everything on digital property rights. So digital property rights, Animoca Metaverse investments in Sandbox, an online multiplayer game in which users build, own, trade, or earn assets in the form of NFTs. So guys, great job Animoca Brands. MetaMask meets new competitors as crypto wallet Phantom expands to Ethereum and Polygon Matic. And as MetaMask started to track IP addresses and collecting IP addresses, this is, I think, how some competitor can coming out. Phantom was actually founded with the intent of going multi-chain towards Ethereum, and we had been hard at work for months developing wallet that makes Web3 more cohesive for both users and developers. And by partnering closely with the Polygon team, we are offering a first-class wallet experience for the rapidly growing numbers of FTX, NFTs, games, and apps powered by Polygon. No need to toggle. Phantom is your companion for the Ethereum, Polygon, and Solana ecosystem is a single wallet. In the same way people don't switch web browsers to access different websites, we believe Web3 needs one wallet to access what you need seamlessly. Yeah, it sounds promising. Definitely we will look into and using Phantom again. So guys, that's it. Let's visit my Twitter feed and let's see what's happening out there. Definitely follow me at MIKLWestDenkler, push the bell notification all, and also follow Corion platform and follow laserpunk_gods. EU and US has much higher inflation than Bitcoin. Time will prove. So this is the Bitcoin price and this is the Bitcoin inflation. And you see Bitcoin inflation is going down and down. Now is just a little bit, where is this? So it's I think 6% per year or even lower. So next piece of news is give a like and share. Cool, let's go and check what else do we have here. Laserpunk, definitely follow Laserpunks because then you will be able to get some airdrops or whitelist places. So why nobody wants to buy cheap Bitcoin now, and masses wanted to buy at 69,000. So this is Bitcoin is cheap. So BTC price and the MVRV market value to realized value is at the lowest as we can expect. So that means that most of the Bitcoin holders are in loss. Exploit on Anchor protocol, they minted also $6 quadrillion US worth of ABNBC, and actually they pulled out all the liquidity from this, and hopefully that it will be resolved. BNB chain and Ethereum and Polygon have the highest total addresses. So guys, look in, this is today 224 million on Binance Smart Chain, 214 million on Ethereum, and almost 200 million on Polygon, and on Tron 125. But if we are adding let's say Arbitrum, Optimism, they are also using Ethereum. Awaiting spring in crypto winter, Wyckoff accumulation is ongoing as we have this Springer, and if we are looking on the chart, we see some similarities, and give a like. Okay, stock money flow, we got this from stock money flow. Watch this.
Left with none. Since the boom began his run.
So guys, my good news that Bitcoin is not dead, but if everybody is talking about that Bitcoin is dead, this is the best time to buy. Zoom out and you might will see Bitcoin is oversold. As more FUD and contagions comes, sometimes the price will stop going down, and then it will turn, and then the trend will shift from bearish to bullish, but RSI is at the deepest levels, as you see. So this is the best buying opportunities. Why do you think Bitcoin November closing price was the cycle bottom? So maybe according to plan B, this was the cycle bottom in this dark green according to the stock to flow model. People made 6 figures on Uniswap, 5 figures on ENS, and 4 figures on Aptos, and we have lots of other airdrops coming out. Contemplating when Bitcoin is reaching the bottom. 4 years cycles in the last bottom, 4 year cycles in the top, 4 year cycles in this bottom, and 4 year cycles to reach the new top. And now we are getting there, the 4 year from the next low and bottom. Give a like and share. I just funded 1 grant on Gitcoin, yes, and give a like that. And also I was at the lake yesterday. Despite the larger release for global SPRs in history and Chinese demand being suppressed, oil storage is going down. So it's going down, and that is why we can remain bullish on oil. That means energy prices are going up. Thread on SBF and some DeFi, FTM, and Solid has nice opportunities. Okay, so guys, definitely check out all my sharings here, and let's go and visit our farms. Definitely go to Uniswap and PancakeSwap, provide some liquidity on those exchanges, on DEXs, and then come and look up your LPs and earn up to 330% juicy APRs. So guys, let's go and check out what Bitcoin is doing. So I think the Bitcoin charts is now showing some corrections, and we are hovering around these resistance levels that I marked on my chart, and also between 17,000. If I'm looking on the 1 hourly, so still we are in correction, but this is a kind of bull flag. But if the price will go under 16,700, that we will drop back to the mid zone of this range, to the point of control. So guys, we see a few altcoins are doing well and pumping. Definitely take a look on those altcoins and see what's happening during the weekend. Trade careful, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.